Kids to Cuisine, where I offer hints, tips, tricks, and hacks that people of all ages can use. Today, it's a pantry raid. 5 fabulous food finds from my own pantry. They are the backbone, and I use them quite a lot. And if you stay to the end, there will be a bonus. First, I'd like to introduce you to dried pulses. These are peas, beans, grains, and legumes that have amazing growth potential. I mean that they will swell up to 3 to 4 to 6 times their size in volume and mass, which is really great. As a matter of fact, I'm using these for an upcoming video on a great soup that I love to make, winter or summer. It's called a bean and barley soup, straight from the pantry and always tasty. My number 2 favorite food is bouillon. You know, those add-ons and add-ins that give your dish a little bit of a pop of flavor. I've tried the granules, the cubes, the broths, boxed, especially shelf-stable box is one of my favorites, but currently my favorite is this. It's better than bouillon. It isn't really, but when I don't have time to make my own stock, I have found this to be very acceptable. Regardless of the amount, it always tastes like actual stock and not so much like salt. My 3rd favorite fabulous food is frozen. As you can see, they are fish and vegetables and sometimes fruit. They are great additives to anything that you're going to be cooking with, and I actually like using frozen fish to make fish and chips. And I use a lot of the vegetables when I'm making stews and soups, etc., because they cut down on the cooking time. In the case of squashes, like especially butternut, really cuts down on the pressure of trying to cut them. And for kale, 1 bag of kale is enough for a very large pot of my potato, sausage, and kale soup. Remember the frozen food? Well, I use bubbles to make really great dishes. With the beer, I usually make English-style battered fish. Sometimes I even batter the potatoes that go into the chips to have fish and chips, but that's just me. The other thing is, it's a really great substitute for yeast when making dough, and yeast pizza, great for bread and buns. This bubbling water, whether it's salsa, which is a little bit more dry, or club soda, which is a little bit more salty. There's a reason that it's club soda. I find makes really good tempura. It makes really, really flaky pie pastry. Don't know why, but my grandmother gave me that tip, and my grandmother basically has never steered me wrong. Finally, we have powdered milk or milk alternatives. So, like these. Powdered milk in baking and cooking is awesome. You can just add the powdered portion, which is 1/4 cup of powdered milk, to each cup of milk that you would use, and then just add the corresponding cup of water. So there's no need to change anything else. I tend to put a little bit more because I like a really milky milk flavor. You just add it to the dry. No one will ever notice. I've used it to bolster up the milkiness in a cream sauce. I've actually even used it when I have done all different kinds of savory baking as well, when you want that little bit of bodiness, especially if you're making like a cream gravy. If you're using the canned milk, which we always had growing up, if you're using canned milk as a substitution, use a little bit less sugar in your baking, and be careful with using it in your your cream gravy or any of your savory sauces. Although milk is sweet, canned milk is significantly sweeter. The evaporated milk, which has the fluidity of regular milk, is slightly more sweet, and anybody who's ever used sweetened condensed milk, well, there you go, the title says it all. It is extremely sweet. However, it makes for absolutely fabulous flavored coffees and hot chocolate that is so decadent you don't even need the marshmallows. So if you still want to learn a little bit more about this, or you're interested in what I am offering, tap like or subscribe if you don't want to miss any of the videos. And now for our bonus food. It's dried fruit. Yep, those raisins and craisins of granola fame. Apricots, apples, and cherries. These are great for pies and tarts, and they help to actually absorb a little bit of the juice. And also in the dried fruits list that I really like are mangoes, guava, and pineapple. They're great to customize fruit snacks, your granola, or just to add a little bit of interest to your morning breakfast bowl. So these are just some of the ways that you can raid a pantry and continue to make really great food. I'd like to thank you for watching. You can also follow me on Facebook or Twitter. Please remember to tap like and subscribe to the Kids to Cuisine channel. I hope to see you again. I record videos on Monday and Thursdays, so please check back, and I hope to see you again. Thank you.